Hey there, lovely listeners. Welcome back to another exciting episode of our podcast. I'm Hari, and as always, I'm joined by the brilliant Leela.
Hello, everyone. It's always a pleasure to dive into these thought-provoking topics with you, Hari.
Today, we have a jam-packed episode lined up for you. We'll be delving into a wide array of articles that touch on some really fascinating and relevant issues. Get ready, because we'll be discussing everything from when tariffs trump economics to the Kurds' quest for statehood amid regional turmoil, challenges and relevance of the World Trade Organization, mosquito effect, malaria's impact on human history and today, and even Karnataka's contentious caste survey, key findings and recommendations.
Absolutely, Hari. It's going to be a deep dive into some critical topics that are shaping our world today. I can't wait to unpack each one of these articles with you.
Get ready for a longer episode, folks. We're going to give each of these topics the time they deserve, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we explore the complexities and nuances of these pressing issues.
So grab your favorite beverage, get cozy, and let's jump right in.
Article 1. So, Leela, these reciprocal tariffs seem to be causing quite a stir in the global economy, especially with the recent announcement by President Trump.
Absolutely, Hari. It's like a game of economic chess where one move triggers a series of reactions. These tariffs are essentially taxes imposed on imports from specific countries in response to their own tariffs.
It's fascinating how these actions can have far-reaching consequences. The article mentions how the U.S. tariffs are affecting key commodity prices like crude oil and causing stock market volatility.
Yes, and it's not just about numbers on a screen. These tariffs are hitting industries hard, especially in Asian countries heavily reliant on exports to the U.S. Garment manufacturing in places like Vietnam and Cambodia is feeling the squeeze.
India is also in the spotlight, with expectations of a significant drop in exports to the U.S. looming. This situation highlights the importance of diversifying trade partners and strategies to navigate this complex trade landscape.
It's like a wake-up call for countries to rethink their trade dependencies. Negotiating balanced trade deals with various nations, including the U.S., seems to be the way forward. And let's not forget the need for reforms to adapt to these changing dynamics.
Moving on to the current relevance and applications of this topic, it's clear that these tariffs are not just economic policies, but have real impacts on everyday lives. Take the recent disruptions in supply chains and how they ripple through various industries.
Absolutely, Hari. The interconnectedness of the global economy means that any disturbance in one part can have cascading effects worldwide. We've seen how these tariffs can lead to job losses, price hikes for consumers, and overall market instability.
And let's not overlook the challenges and controversies that come with these tariffs. While they aim to protect local industries, they can also spark debates about trade wars, increased costs for businesses, and potential retaliatory actions from affected countries.
Finding the right balance between protecting domestic industries and fostering international trade cooperation is key. It's a delicate dance that requires thoughtful strategies and open dialogue between nations to avoid escalating tensions.
Looking ahead, the future outlook on these tariffs is uncertain. Will we see more countries resort to protectionist measures, or will there be a shift towards more collaborative trade agreements? How these dynamics play out will undoubtedly shape the economic landscape for years to come.
It's like watching a high-stakes poker game, with each move determining the next chapter in global trade. Adapting to these changes will be crucial for countries and businesses alike as they navigate through this era of economic uncertainty.
Absolutely, Leela. It's a challenging yet fascinating time to observe how these tariffs trump economics and reshape the way nations interact in the global marketplace. Article 2. So, Leela, the Kurds' quest for statehood amidst regional turmoil is such a complex and significant topic. It's a narrative filled with historical struggles and contemporary challenges.
Absolutely, Hari. The Kurds, as the largest ethnic minority without a state in West Asia, have been striving for independence for decades. The suppression and exploitation they've faced have fueled this desire for self-determination.
It's fascinating how the Kurdish struggle has taken different forms in various countries. For instance, in Turkey, the repression of Kurds led to the formation of the PKK and a prolonged conflict. Meanwhile, Syrian Kurds gained power during the civil war, albeit facing opposition from Turkey.
The situation in Iraq is also intriguing. Iraqi Kurds established the Kurdish regional government, but they still encounter obstacles in asserting their autonomy. And let's not forget about Iranian Kurds, who, although comparatively less repressed, may entertain thoughts of seceding amid Iran's weakening central authority.
The recent regional instability has definitely shifted the landscape for the Kurds. With ongoing conflicts and power struggles, the prospects for Kurdish statehood seem to have brightened. However, internal divisions within the Kurdish population and the lack of a unifying ideology or broad support pose significant challenges.
In today's world, the Kurdish quest for statehood remains highly relevant. We see how geopolitics and regional dynamics continue to shape their aspirations. Take, for example, the Syrian conflict, where Kurdish groups have played a crucial role and are now navigating complex relationships with different stakeholders.
Absolutely. And the Kurdish situation also intersects with broader issues like nationalism, minority rights, and international intervention. The Kurds' struggle reflects a universal desire for self-determination and sovereignty, resonating with many other marginalized groups around the world.
It's also interesting to see how the Kurdish quest for statehood influences diplomatic relations between countries like the US, Turkey, and Iran. These nations often find themselves in delicate positions due to their respective interests in the region and their stance on Kurdish independence.
While the prospects for Kurdish statehood may seem more attainable now, there are still significant challenges and controversies to navigate. The debate around the potential division of territories, the role of external actors, and concerns about stability in the region all play a crucial role in shaping the path forward for the Kurds.
Finding a way to address these challenges will require a delicate balance of diplomacy, negotiation, and international cooperation. It's essential to consider the diverse perspectives within the Kurdish population and work towards a solution that is inclusive and sustainable in the long run.
Looking ahead, it will be intriguing to see how the Kurdish quest for statehood evolves in the coming years. Will we witness a significant shift in the political landscape of West Asia? How might this impact regional stability and the lives of Kurdish communities?
Indeed, the future holds many uncertainties, but one thing is clear. The Kurdish quest for statehood will continue to be a compelling and pivotal issue in the region. As the dynamics of power and influence shift, the world will be watching closely to see how this story unfolds.
Article 3. So, Leela, the challenges and relevance of the World Trade Organization are making quite the headlines these days. It seems like the WTO is facing some serious hurdles in its functioning.
Absolutely, Hari. The WTO has been under scrutiny for a while now, with issues ranging from negotiation problems to disputes over trade practices. It's fascinating to see how the organization has struggled to adapt to changing global dynamics.
The article mentions how the U.S. has played a significant role in hindering the WTO's dispute settlement mechanism. That has undoubtedly impacted the organization's ability to address trade disputes effectively.
It's interesting to note that these challenges didn't just pop up overnight. The decline of the WTO predates the Trump administration, with issues stemming back to the Doha round. It's like a slow burn of problems that have now come to a head.
And let's not forget the disagreements over agricultural subsidies and China's trade practices that have further complicated the WTO's operations. These are contentious issues that require delicate handling to find common ground.
Moving on to the current relevance of this topic, Hari, we can see how these challenges are impacting global trade today. With the rise of protectionist policies and trade tensions between major economies, the need for a robust and functional WTO is more critical than ever.
Definitely, Leela. The WTO's struggles in preventing economic crises and maintaining fundamental principles like the most favored nation status have real-world implications. Just look at how trade disputes between the U.S. and China have escalated, affecting markets worldwide.
And let's not overlook the role of the WTO in shaping trade policies that can either foster cooperation or lead to further conflicts. The organization's ability to adapt to new trade dynamics will be crucial in navigating the complex landscape of global commerce.
Shifting gears to the challenges and controversies surrounding the WTO, Leela, It's clear that there are multiple viewpoints on how to address these issues. Some advocate for significant reforms to make the organization more agile, while others question its very relevance in today's trade environment.
Finding common ground amidst such diverse perspectives will be a key challenge. It's essential to strike a balance between upholding established principles and adapting to meet the evolving needs of the global economy. The path forward will require careful navigation and collaboration among member states.
Looking ahead, Leela, the future of the WTO is uncertain but ripe with opportunities for innovation and change. As trade dynamics continue to evolve, the organization will need to reinvent itself to stay relevant and effective in regulating global commerce.
Absolutely, Hari. It will be fascinating to see how the WTO transforms to meet the challenges of the 21st century. The decisions made today will not only impact international trade, but also shape the economic landscape for generations to come.
And on that note, Leela, it's clear that the World Trade Organization's journey ahead is a complex one, filled with obstacles and possibilities. As the world continues to grapple with trade tensions and economic uncertainties, the role of the WTO will be more critical than ever before.
Indeed, Hari. The future of global trade rests on the ability of organizations like the WTO to adapt, innovate, and foster cooperation among nations. It will be a fascinating space to watch as we navigate the ever-changing currents of international commerce.
Article 4. So, Leela, the impact of malaria on human history is truly profound. From shaping colonial efforts in Africa to influencing racial prejudices, this mosquito-borne disease has left an indelible mark on society.
Absolutely, Hari. It's fascinating to think that malaria, historically associated with bad air, was only scientifically understood in 1898. This newfound knowledge revolutionized how European colonial powers approached their control and influence in Africa.
The article mentions how this understanding of malaria transmission played a significant role in the expansion of European control on the continent. It's quite remarkable how a tiny parasite carried by mosquitoes could have such far-reaching implications.
It's not just about history either. Malaria continues to be a pressing public health issue today, with Africa bearing the brunt of the burden. With around 263 million people affected annually and Africa reporting 95% of global malaria-related deaths, it's clear that this disease still has a significant impact on our world.
Absolutely, Leela. The current relevance of malaria cannot be understated. Despite advancements in treatment and prevention, the disease remains a major health concern. It's crucial to consider how this ongoing challenge affects not just individuals, but entire communities and countries.
Definitely, Hari. Malaria has implications beyond just health. It has social and economic consequences, affecting productivity, healthcare systems, and even tourism in endemic regions. The article's exploration of how malaria influenced racial prejudices and social structures, particularly in the context of the transatlantic slave trade, sheds light on the deep-rooted impact of this disease.
Moving on to the challenges and controversies surrounding malaria, there are debates on how best to tackle this public health issue. Some argue for increased funding for research and prevention efforts, while others emphasize the importance of community engagement and education to combat malaria effectively.
That's a great point, Hari. Balancing medical interventions with community involvement is key to addressing the complexities of malaria. It's essential to consider the socioeconomic factors that contribute to the spread of the disease and tailor interventions accordingly. By taking a holistic approach, we can work towards sustainable solutions.
Looking towards the future, advancements in technology and research offer hope for better control and eradication of malaria. Innovations in mosquito control methods, vaccine development, and genetic research hold promise for reducing the global burden of this disease.
Absolutely, Hari. As we continue to learn more about malaria and its transmission dynamics, we can develop more targeted and effective strategies for prevention and treatment. The future outlook for malaria may involve interdisciplinary collaborations and innovative approaches to address this persistent public health challenge.
Article 5. So, Leela, diving into this article about Karnataka's Contentious Caste survey really sheds light on the intricate dynamics at play in the state. It's fascinating how a survey conducted a decade ago can still stir up so much debate today.
Absolutely, Hari. The findings of this survey, revealing that backward classes make up such a significant portion of Karnataka's population, have definitely sparked some heated discussions. It's like uncovering a hidden layer of society that's been overlooked for so long.
The fact that the Hegde Commission recommended increasing reservations for backward classes to 51% is quite significant. It shows a push for more equitable representation in areas where certain communities have historically been marginalized.
Yes, and the backlash from dominant communities questioning the accuracy and scientific basis of the survey is not surprising. Anytime there's a potential shift in power dynamics, there's bound to be resistance from those who have held influence for so long.
It's interesting to see how this survey is not just about data collection, but has broader implications for policymaking and social justice in Karnataka. The legal and political complexities surrounding the survey really emphasize the need for careful consideration and inclusive decision-making.
Absolutely, Hari. In today's world, where issues of social justice and representation are at the forefront of many discussions, this article resonates deeply. The implications of this survey extend far beyond Karnataka and can serve as a case study for how data can influence policy and societal change.
The challenges and controversies surrounding this survey highlight the delicate balance between addressing historical injustices and ensuring fairness for all communities. It's a fine line to walk, and finding solutions that satisfy all parties involved is no easy task.
That's very true, Hari. The discussions around potential breaches of reservation limits and community reclassifications bring up valid concerns about the impact of such decisions on various groups. It's crucial to approach these issues with sensitivity and a deep understanding of the historical context.
Looking ahead, the future outlook for Karnataka's caste survey is uncertain, but holds the promise of potential reforms in reservation policies and community classifications. As society evolves, so too must our systems of representation and inclusion.
Absolutely, Hari. The evolving landscape of social dynamics and political structures will continue to shape how we address issues of caste and representation. It will be interesting to see how the findings of this survey influence future policies and societal norms in Karnataka and beyond.
Conclusion. What an insightful discussion today, Leela. We covered a wide range of topics from tariffs and statehood to the impact of malaria on human history.
Absolutely, Hari. It's fascinating how interconnected global issues can be, whether it's the economic implications of tariffs or the quest for statehood in regions like Kurdistan.
And let's not forget the importance of organizations like the World Trade Organization in navigating these complex challenges and fostering international cooperation.
Right, and the Mosquito Effect article really shed light on how diseases like malaria have shaped societies throughout history and continue to impact us today.
And finally, the Contentious Caste survey in Karnataka highlighted the ongoing social issues that require careful consideration and action to address.
It's been eye-opening to delve into these topics, and we hope our discussion has sparked your curiosity and encouraged you to reflect on these global issues in your own way.
Remember, understanding the world around us is a continuous journey, and we invite you to explore these topics further, whether through more research or discussions with others.
Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we truly appreciate your support. Stay curious, stay engaged, and join us next time for more thought-provoking conversations on our podcast.
Until then, take care and keep questioning the world around you. Goodbye for now.